it's Kara. Welcome to this episode of The Spiritual Power of Creative Living. For some people, this is the best time of the year, but it's easy to lose sight of that if we allow ourselves to get too stressed out with everything we need to get done. There are parties and presents to buy and so many more social activities going on, and there's just so much stress. So one way to stay sane is to buy meaningful gifts. And this is especially true if you have any influence over the culture of your workplace. So that rather than buying lots of presents for all of your coworkers and secretaries and your boss, and you might have 15, 20 different gifts that you need to buy for people that you work with or more. And if you're like I used to be, that would involve running around to the mall on numerous shopping occasions and trying to find things that would please people that didn't cost too much money, but it usually wound up being a lot of things that really were not necessary gifts, and it took a lot of time to do that kind of shopping. And one year at my workplace, what we decided to do was to put out a policy. And so instead of everyone buying small gifts for everyone, if you wanted to participate, you could donate to a particular charitable cause that was chosen for a focus that year. And we tried to choose local places that helped people in need. For example, one year we chose a charity, a local charity, and their sole mission was to provide the rent and living expenses for people who found themselves in some kind of serious emergency, and they just needed like that much, they needed rent to get through that month. And that's what we decided we would announce, that if you could all donate to that instead of buying all these gifts. And then we had one big party where we would have maybe exchanged the presents before, and instead we announced how much money had been donated to that cause. And that actually really changed the holiday season for me that year, the first time we did that, because instead of spending all of these hours going shopping and trying to find things that were nice gifts but that weren't going to break the bank, it had such a different feeling to feel this collective effort, and for such a high and aligned good thing to do. And at the party, when we announced how much money we had raised, it turned out that one of the people that we worked with actually was in tears and announced and shared with all of us that she had actually used that charity years ago when she was starting out and she was struggling, and she actually did find herself in a situation where she couldn't make the rent that month because of something that had happened, and she went to this local organization and they helped her out. So this was such a meaningful gift for her to be able to turn around and give back in that way, and it really touched her deeply that so many of us all gave so much money for that cause. So that is, if you are in a workplace where you have some where you could have some influence, and maybe make that suggestion to do something like that this holiday season, instead of going through the mall and trying to find candles or body scrub or bottles of wine for everyone. That's really could really change your holiday season if you can shift the focus to doing something like that in a collective way with the people that you work with. Of course, you could also choose to do that within your family too. Instead of buying lots of gifts for everybody, you could decide to each person donate, and the collective money would go to a charitable cause that everyone in the family agrees with and supports. It will allow you to really enjoy the holiday season and what it really is supposed to be about, which is appreciating all the blessings in our life and appreciating spending time with each other. So come over to the website and post a comment and let me know if you have your own strategies to stay sane during the holiday season. I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.